Hello friends, today we are going to start a new chapter that is two port networks. So in previous lecture we have studied network function chapter, and network function you have studied one port and two port network. So on the basis of that particular study we are going to continue this chapter. This chapter, as it names two port network, we are dealing with only a two port network. So let me draw a two port network over here. If you remember, a network having two pairs of terminal is called as a two port network. Okay, the pair at which input is given is known as an input port. Anyone can be an input port, and another port pair of the terminal is called as a output port. So we will consider V1 voltage here, current going inside, that is I1. This is a two port network. This is a voltage V2, we will call it as output port. Current for both end we will show current moving in. Okay, I2 plus minus. This is a two port network. So there are you can see there are four variables, V1, I1, V2 and I2, right? Now two of these variables can be expressed in terms of the other two variables. Means I can express V1 in terms of V2, or I1 in terms of I2, or V1 I1 in terms of V2 I2, right? So there will be two dependent variable and two independent variable. Okay, so overall I can say total four variables, out of which two dependent, two independent. So total combination is a 6. So there are 6 possible sets of equation describing this two port network. Okay, so these two port networks, as I said, there are 6 combinations. These 6 combinations are expressed like this. See, I will mention parameter here. Parameter. Okay, so first is open circuit impedance, open circuit impedance parameter. Okay, it is very important parameter. It is expressed as V1 V2 and in terms of I1 and I2. So in this V1 and V2 is expressed in terms of I1 and I2 for open circuit impedance, and its equations are given as a V1 equal to Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2, V2 equal to Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2. So we can see that V1 and V2 are expressed in terms of I1 and I2 here. Okay, Z is a impedance. Now next parameter is short short circuit short circuit parameter. Short circuit parameter. Now short circuit parameter is exactly opposite to open circuit parameter. Here I1 and I2 is expressed in terms of V1 and V2. Okay, so its equations become as I1 equal to Y11, okay, admittance Y11 V1 plus Y12 V2 and I1 I2, sorry, I1 I2 I1 I2 in terms of V1 V2, no. So I2 becomes as Y21 V1 plus Y22 V2. Okay, so equations we can see that V1 V2, sorry, I1 I2 are expressed in terms of V1 and V2. Here V1 V2 was expressed in terms of I1 and I2. Okay, now third set of parameter is transmission parameter. Transmission parameter. We are going to deal with these parameters throughout the whole chapter. Okay, so listen carefully. Here it is a combination, means for open circuit parameters, or also this is also called as a Z parameter. Okay, this is also called as a Y parameter. So in Z parameter V1 and V2 were expressed in terms of I1 and I2. In Y parameter I1 and I2 expressed in terms of V1 and V2. And in transmission parameter, which is also called as ABCD parameter, it is a combination V1 and I1, voltage and current, in terms of V2 and I2. Okay, here both voltages were there, both currents were there. Here combination V1 and I1 in terms of V2 and I2, and equations will be V1 equal to A V2 minus B I2 and I1 equal to C V2 minus di2. Okay, this is the only parameter where we can see minus sign in the equations. This is the transmission parameter, or it is also called as a ABCD parameter. Okay, now next parameter, actually for your syllabus, open circuit, short circuit, transmission, and last is a hybrid. But when we come deal with transmission, there is another parameter, that is inverse transmission. Inverse transmission, for your knowledge I am explaining this. Inverse transmission is opposite to this, means here V1 I1 is expressed in terms of V2 I2, and here V2 I2 inverse of this will be expressed in terms of V1 I1, and here equation will be, instead V1 it will become V2 equal to A dash, inverse of it, A dash V1 minus B dash I1, and I2 is nothing but C dash V1 minus D dash I1. This is inverse transmission. Next and important parameter is hybrid parameter. Hybrid parameter. Hybrid, as the name indicates, it is a hybrid, means current and voltage I1 V2. Okay, I1 V2 means current of one end to the voltage of another end. Till here we have seen that V1 and V2, okay, I1 I2 means both same parameter, okay. Here V1 I1 but of same port, V2 I2 but of same port, and here I1 and V2, okay. In terms of hybrid parameter, okay, I1 and V2 is for inverse, sorry, for hybrid it is V1 and I2, V1 and I2 in terms of I1 and V2. Okay, previous written was for inverse. Okay, so V1 and I2, voltage of first port, input port, to the current of output port, V1 I2 in terms of I1 V2. Equation will be V1 equal to H11 I1, for hybrid we have used H, plus H12 V2 I2 equal to H21 I1 plus H22 V2. Okay, and last is inverse hybrid. Inverse hybrid. So here I1 and V2 is expressed in terms of V1 and I2, inverse of this, and equations will be I1 equal to G11 V1 plus G12 I2, V2 equal to G21 V1 plus G22 I2. Okay, now we can see that open circuit, short circuit, transmission and hybrid, these are main four sets, but for transmission it is inverse transmission, for hybrid it is inverse hybrid. So as I said, there are total 6 set of equations describing a two port network. Okay, now we will start with first parameter and we will study one by one. So first is open circuit impedance parameter, which is also called as a Z parameter. Okay, so we have seen that V1 and V2 is expressed as a function of I1 and I2. Okay, equations also you know. In matrix form, I can write the equation as V1 and V2 expressed in terms of I1 and I2. Okay, and what was the coefficients? Impedance Z11, Z12, Z21, Z22. So it becomes Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2 for V1. For V2 it becomes V2 equal to Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2. Okay. Now the individual z parameter, now the task is to find out this individual z parameter. The individual z parameter for a given network can be identified or defined by setting each of the port current equal to 0. So we will study two different cases. Let's see. Case 1. Case 1, when output port is open circuited. When output port is open circuited. Now this is the circuit and here output port is open. Okay, so in that particular case I2 will become equal to 0, I1 will be there but I2 will be equal to 0, right? So when I2 will be 0, in our equation, if you remember the equations, V1 equal to Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2 and V2 equal to Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2. This was the equation. And when I2 becomes 0, this whole terms becomes 0 and it becomes Z11 equal to V1 by I1. V1 by I1 when I2 equal to 0. Okay. Now here Z11 is a driving port impedance with the output port open circuited and it is also called as a open circuit input impedance. Similarly, we can find out for Z21. So for Z21 I can say that from this equation you can find out Z21 equal to V2 by I1 when I2 equal to 0. Now as I said, this is called as a driving point impedance, right? And this is called as a transfer impedance. We have seen it in a previous chapter, that is a network function. Now when I say another case, in case 1 I have made output port open circuited, right? So for case 1 we will make input port open circuited. When input port is open circuited, current I1 becomes 0. So when current I1 becomes 0, these two terms vanishes. So in that case we will get Z1 and Z22. So I can say Z12 equal to V1 by Z, no sorry, this will become 0. So Z12 now. Z12 will be V1 by I2 when I1 equal to 0 and Z22 equal to, means from here we can find out that Z22 equal to V2 by I2 when I1 equal to 0. When I1 equal to 0. Okay, so we have got Z11 and Z2. Now we can see that we have got all four parameters, that is Z11, Z12, Z21, Z22. All parameters are we have calculated. Now, as I said previously, this is a driving point impedance function. This is transfer impedance function. This is open circuit reverse transfer impedance, and this is a driving point impedance with input port open circuit, that is a open circuit output impedance. Now all these parameters are measured with either the input or output port open circuited. So these are called as open circuit impedance parameters. Okay, we have seen that for all these parameter one of the port is open circuited, hence it is called as open circuit impedance parameter. Now by using all these four parameters we can represent it in equivalent circuit, and circuit will be like this. See, this is impedance Z11, this is dependent, right? So this is here we can see that from this equation, this is V1, current I1, impedance Z11, and this is Z12 I2. Similarly, this is Z22 V2, current is I2, and this is Z21 I1, right? So I have represented all the four parameters in terms of a equivalent circuit for the network Z parameter. So if you find it out, you can see that V1 minus I1 Z11 minus Z12 I2. So if you rearrange, you will get first equation. Similarly, if you applied KVL over here, then you will get the second equation. Okay. Now we will go for the another important point which is asked several times in your university examination, that is condition for reciprocity. Okay, reciprocity, and also we will study condition for symmetry. Remember, this is a important point. almost in every university examination we get a question of 5 to 7 marks. Okay, so here we can see that if this is a network, then what we will do, first we will apply a source voltage at one port and another port we will short circuit. See, this is the important point. Okay, so first we'll write current I1 incoming, I2 incoming, and as we are short circuited, obviously current should be in this direction, opposite to this. So I will call it as I2 dash because it is opposite to this, no? So I2 inverse, that is I2 dash. Okay, and this is a source voltage Vs. This is the network. Now I can say instead V1, or rather V1 is nothing but Vs. V2 as it is short circuited, see, as it is short circuited, V2 becomes 0. Similarly, I2 is opposite to this current, no? So it becomes I2 equal to, I can say, minus I2 dash, minus because it is in opposite direction. Okay. Now let's write down the previous equation. If you just remember these equations. Now the equations is Vs equal to Z11 I1 minus Z12 I2 dash. Why minus I2 dash? Because here it is a Z11 I1. Here it is, instead of V1 I have written Vs. Okay, so it becomes Vs equal to Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2. But as we can see here, I2 is in opposite direction, right? No, so instead I2 I can write down as a minus I2 dash because it is in opposite direction, right? If direction was in this direction, I would have written I2 dash only, but as direction is also opposite to this, I will mention minus sign over here. So this is how this new equation is introduced. Similarly, I will write down another equation, second equation. Here in this second equation, V2 term is there, but what about V2? V2 is not present because it is short circuited, no? So whenever it is short circuited, obviously voltage becomes 0. You know it very well. So instead V2 it becomes 0 over here. So 0 Z21 I1. Now next term is plus Z22 I2, right? Plus Z22 I2, but I2 is nothing but minus I2 dash. So minus I2 dash. This is the another equation I got. Okay. Now you can see that from second equation, from this equation, okay, I can find out I1. Okay, so I1 will become, I will take this term this side, so I1 will be equal to Z22 divided by Z21 I2 dash, right? Now I will put this I1 here. Listen carefully. This is the first equation, this is second, and this is third. Then let's put 3 in 1 in place of I1. Now what will be the new equation? Let's see here. Vs equal to Z11 I1. So instead I1 I will place that new equation, that is a Z22 upon Z21 I2 dash, and second part was as it is, that is a Z12 I2 dash. Okay, now if I take I2 dash common and I took on a left hand side, it will become Vs upon I2 dash, and on right hand side the new equation will be Z11 into Z22 minus this is Z12, and will equal the denominator, so we'll multiply denominator and numerator by Z21. So this is Z21 divided by Z21. Okay, so this is the equation we have got. Now we'll go for next case, that is, now we'll apply input to the second port, and we will keep first port short circuited. So now source voltage is at this side, and here this is I1 opposite, this is I1, sorry, this is I1 dash opposite to it, this is I2, this is Vs, right? Now here I can say that V2 is Vs. Now instead V2 it is Vs, like V2 is Vs, I1 is nothing but minus I1 dash. I1 is equal to I1 dash, but as direction is opposite, I have mentioned minus. And what about V1 over here? It becomes 0. V1 0. Now again from equation, what was the equation? V1 equal to Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2, but V1 is 0, so V1 equal to Z11 I1, Z1 I1, which is nothing but minus I1 dash. So minus I1 dash, Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2, and V2 equal to, instead V2 I will write Vs, V2 equal to Z21 I1, Z21 I1, instead I1 I will write down minus I1 dash plus Z22 I2. Now again from this equation, let's rearrange this equation and let's find out I2. What will be I2? This term will move on left side, so it will be I2 equal to Z11 upon Z12 I1 dash. Right. Now again, if this is equation 3, this is equation 4, and this is equation 5, then we can place equation 5 in equation 4 to replace I2. So what will be new equation? Vs equal to minus Z21 I1 dash plus Z22, and I will replace I2 with this equation. So it is Z11 upon Z12 I1 dash. Okay. So again, if I take I1 dash common and if I move it to the left hand side, then it will be Vs upon I1 dash equal to Z11. I am taking this term as a first term, Z11 Z22 minus here I will have to multiply denominator and numerator by Z12. So it is Z21 into Z12 divided by Z12. I got new equation. This is, if this is equation A, okay, this is equation B. Now as you know, we were finding condition for reciprocity, and the definition of it is a network is said to be reciprocal if ratio of excitation at one port to response at the other port is same if excitation and response are interchanged. Okay, so in short I will explain you what what is the condition for reciprocity. Ratio of voltage and current, response and excitation, Vs and I2 dash. Okay, when the condition was like this, where is the circuit? Yes, condition was like this. See, means excitation was here, response we were measuring here, and now in another case exactly vice versa. Excitation is here, response is at this end. So in these both cases, the ratio voltage by current, ratio voltage by current, okay, excitation and response should be same. So in particular above case, a network can be said to be reciprocal if Vs upon I1 dash is equal to Vs upon I2 dash, right? And when this will be equal, see the equations, Z11 Z22 minus Z12 Z21, Z11 Z22 minus Z21 Z1. So numerator is same, denominator is only different, Z21 and Z12. So this left hand side will be equal only when Z12, that is denominator, equal to Z21. So this is the condition for reciprocity. If Z12 is equal to Z21, directly without checking you can say that network is reciprocal. And similarly another short point is there, condition for symmetry. Condition for symmetry. Now for a network to be symmetrical, voltage to current ratio, voltage to current ratio at one port should be same as voltage to current ratio at other port. Okay, so what we will do here, instead short circuiting, now we will keep output is open circuited. So if this is the circuit, every time I will not draw the circuit, you should imagine now. Now if output port is open circuited, I2 will become equal to 0. Previously we have seen such type of things. So what will be the equation from Z parameter equation? and here I have given voltage. So I can say that V1 equal to, I am again writing equation, Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2, right, and V2 equal to Z11 I1 plus, sorry, Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2. Output port is open circuit, I2 is 0, so these terms becomes 0. From first equation, Vs, V1 is nothing but Vs, right, Vs equal to Z11 I1, so Vs upon I1 equal to Z11. We have first find it out, but now I am explaining from another point of view. So it becomes Vs upon I1 equal to Z11. Now when input port is, this is the case 1, case 1. Now case 2 is when input port is open circuited. Okay, so again I will draw the equation. Here now at this particular port I have applied excitation and input port is open circuited now. So obviously I1 will become 0. Okay, so in this equation these two terms will become 0. So I can say that Vs instead V2, for I am dealing with the second equation, instead V2 now it is Vs. So I can say that Vs equal to Z21 Z22, sorry, Z, this term will become 0 because I1 is 0, Z22 I2. So Vs upon I2 equal to Z22. Okay. Now one can say that why you have not deal with the second equation over here, because if I would have deal with the second equation, I'm just interested to find out the ratio of voltage and current. Okay. See here also. So now these two networks are said to be symmetrical. Okay, previous condition was for reciprocity. If I would have mistakenly said symmetry here, okay, forget it, it is reciprocity, condition for reciprocity, condition for reciprocity. Now we are dealing for a condition for symmetry. So these two networks are said to be symmetrical only when this ratio is equal to this ratio, left hand side, and left hand side is equal when right hand side is equal, that is Z11 is Z22. So when Z11 is equal to Z22, Z22 you can directly say that network is symmetrical, and when Z12 is equal to Z22, you can Z21, sorry, Z12 is equal to Z21, you can directly say that network is reciprocal. Thank you. In next lecture we will study about this whole thing was for Z parameters, okay, or open circuit impedance parameter. In next lecture we will study short circuit admittance parameter, that is a Y parameters. All things will be similar, means condition for reciprocity, condition for symmetry, everything will be repetition of the work, but that will be